No, thank you. Well, we're almost live here. Let me get rid of Chucky here for a minute. I'm singing, so I guess I kind of don't need the mask. But welcome everybody here that's not here or here and online, all the folks online. We're at the Floyd Country Store in Floyd, Virginia. And they say Virginia is for livers, I think, because I saw some T-shirts. Livers. Well, that was livers. Means you'll never die if you move here, so that could be a good thing. Anyway, we're here to make a little bit of noise and make some music, hopefully, noise anyway. And if you like what you hear, then we got a virtual tip jar, I believe, online, all that kind of thing. So if you feel like we need lessons and you want to pitch in on it, go right ahead. So until then, I'm going to change my wardrobe right now and get on with another song. So excuse me here for a second. Hopefully I won't have a malfunction. Tone back on. So Bubbleson's in C. Here's an old Cindy Walker song. 1, 2, 1, 2. Tonight in a bar, alone I'm sitting, apart from the laughter and the cheer, and scenes from my past rise before me, watching the bubbles in my beer. Visions of someone who loves me brings a lone silent tear to my eye. And I know that my life has been a failure, watching the bubbles in my beer. Seeing the road that I've traveled, well, a road filled with heartaches and tears, and I'm seeing my life that I have wasted, watching the bubbles in my beer. Visions of someone who loved me brings a lone silent tear to my eye. I know that my life has been a failure, watching the bubbles in my beer. Of someone who loves me brings a lone silent tear to my eye. And I know that my life has been a failure, watching the bubbles in my beer, watching the bubbles in my beer. You have it. Oh, Cindy Walker song. She's a gal that didn't drink, and Bob Wills told her to write a song about beer drinking, and she said, I don't drink. He said, I don't care. Write me a song about beer drinking. So she did, and that was it. Became a pretty good size hit back in the olden days before the internet. And well, way back there as well was another fellow named Lefty Frizzell. I'm a big fan of his music and love all of his stuff. But so I'd like to do one of those right now for you. It's called Always Late. And I don't know if he wrote it or not, but a lot of his songs were apologetic to his wife, I think, because he was always in trouble, I think. He wrote I Love You 1,000 Ways while he was in jail for her. And this one's called Always Late with Your Kisses. Always late with your kisses. Won't you come to my arms, sweet darling, and stay? Always late with your kisses. Why, oh why do you want to do me this way? And how long do you think that I can wait when you know you're always late, always late with your kisses. Why, oh, why do you want to do me this way? Always late with your kisses. Won't you come to my arms, sweet darling, and stay? Always late with your kisses. Why, oh, why do you want to do me this way? And how long do you think that I can wait when you know you're always late, always late with your kisses? Why, oh, why do you want to do me this way? And tell me why, baby, why do you want to do me this way? All right, Lefty for Sale music. Well, while we're on that jag, we'll do another one. If anybody's in their living room and wants to have a little polka action going on, or a fast-burning, ripping two-step, if you're good enough and got medical, well, you can do that. If not, you can just sit there and judge. 1, 2, 3. She said if I ever deceived her, she'd be gone before I could count 10. I guess that I didn't believe her. Look at the trouble I'm in. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. More than I cry, faster that train flies farther on down the track. I lost every right to be happy, and I lost the heaven that I'd found. She warned me she'd leave, and she left me before my first tear hit the ground. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. More than I cry, faster that train flies farther on down the track. I'd crawl there on my hands and knees. Each tick of the clock's a reminder she's 1 second farther from me. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. More that I cry, faster that train flies farther on down the track. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. More than I that train flies farther on down the track, farther on down the track, farther on down the track. Ho! Yo! A little quick there. He's got a nosebleed listening to the drums. Nick Falk on the drums with us. He's playing a full kit from what he normally has.
Yeah.
And he lives in Galax, Virginia. That's where I'm at, too, as well. And he's a handy fellow to have there. Not just for the drums, but he's, well, I'll just leave it at that.
Yep, for sure.
All right. What do we got next? Oh. Well, I was fortunate enough to work with the great Merle Haggard for a while and play in his band, and one of his buddies was Freddie Powers, and he wrote a lot of great songs for several people. George Jones cut them, Leona Williams, a whole bunch of people. And this is one of his tunes, and it's a good waltz. So like I say, if you're in your living room and you got plenty of room, move a couple chairs out of the way, you could do a waltz to this one. And if you're a musician, you only have to count to 3. If you're a jazz musician, you only have to count to 6. 3, 2, 2. I've had good luck and bad luck and no luck, it's true, but I always get lucky with you. I've been turned on and turned down when the bars close at 2. I always get lucky with you. I keep 2 strikes against me most all of the time. When it's down to just a phone call, I'm minus a dime. I've had good days and bad days, but when the day's through, I always get lucky with you. Against me most all of the time. When it's down to just a phone call, I'm minus a dime. I've had good days and bad days, but when the day's through, I always get lucky with you. Yes, I always get lucky with you. Thank you. Well, while you're cuddling on your living room floor, dance floor, here's another one written by a fellow from Marble Falls, Texas, named Floyd Tillman. The sun goes down, and leaves me sad and blue. The Iron Curtain falls on this cold, cold war with you. You won't speak, and I won't speak. It's true. We're two stubborn people with a cold war to go through. Why, oh, why does love ever come to couples like you and me? Those cold wars are never done, and whose hearts just can't be free. So let's do right, or let's just say we're through. I just can't stand another cold war with you. Just can't be free. So let's do right, or let's just say we're through. I just can't stand another cold war with you. No, I just can't stand another cold war with you. Song there about divorce, kind of. But, yeah. Anywho. I'd like to remind you again about our tip jar. We got a tip jar. I don't see one up here, but I think it's one of those push-button things online. Push your mouse or something like that, or trap it and pay it or something like that. And, all right. We're going to feature Dylan on the bass. He's our wonderful bass player here at Floyd, and he's kind of responsible for this whole dang deal, so it's his fault if you're not liking it, and not ours, right, Nick?
Yeah, complaints to Floyd.
So we're going to feature him on a little song here that's, I guess it could be well, we'll see if it's appropriately titled or not. It's called Stumbling.
I'm sure.
Hang on. Well, I guess it was. Stumbling it is. Thank you.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Dylan and Nick. Swinging doors?
Yeah.
All right, here's a Merle Haggard kind of a two-step sort of song you could dance to if you felt like it. We're used to people dancing all the time or mashing into our monitors, knocking our mics into our teeth and stuff, and kind of miss it here, but hopefully you can do some of that at home. And we'll do a little Merle Haggard tune called Swinging Doors. Key of D. 3, 4, 1, 2. This old smoke-filled bar is something that I'm not used to. I gave up my home to see you satisfied. I just called to let you know where I'll be living. It's not much, but I feel welcome here inside. I got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. My new home has a flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me anytime you want to. And I'm always here at home till closing time. I got everything that it takes to lose my mind. And in here the atmosphere's just right for a heartache. Thanks to you I'm always here till closing time. I got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. My new home has a flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me anytime you want to. But I'm always here at home till closing time. Bar stool. My new home has a flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me anytime you want to. Well, I'm always here at home till closing time. Thanks to you, I'm always here till closing time. Swinging Doors, Merle Haggard's wonderful music. Two steps, love that stuff. Well, while we're on the two-step shuffle kind of mode, here's another old classic clunker. Ray Price had it out a long time ago, and I think Reba McEntire recorded it as well. And it's called Darling, You're Stronger Than Me. 8 chord, 45, 3, 4. If you are sincere when you say you don't care, that our love is just a memory, and if it's easy to say that it's better this way, but darling, you're stronger than me. For if still loving you means I'm weak, then I'm weak. For I still fall apart when we meet or we speak. If the love that we knew won't bother you, but darling, you're stronger than me. If you can have fun with some other one, with no thought of what used to be, and if it's easy to say that it's better this way, well, darling, you're stronger than me. For if still loving you means I'm weak, then I'm weak. For I still fall apart when we meet. And if the love that we knew won't bother you, darling, you're stronger than me. Darling, you're stronger than me. Oh, thank you, dancers. Thank you very much. All righty. Yeah. Cut them short, though, you see.
That'll do, Fred. Come on now.
Dylan just told me a dirty joke. And I'm not going to repeat it.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's do Home of San Antonio. Get your other list ready to add on.
Well, we could do some of the ones we didn't want to do. Like the Bartender Blues. We could do some stuff like that.
Here's another Texas tune about a San Antonio. Haven't got to worry, haven't got to care, haven't got a thing to call my own. When I'm out of money, I'm a millionaire, but I still got my home in San Antonio. When I greet my neighbor with a hi you all, well, I'm wealthy as a king upon a throne. You can have your mansion and your cottage small, I'll just take my home in San Antonio. the country and I've been on my merry way. I've been in crowds and felt I was all alone. When I feel like bragging, I just up and I say, I'm a native son of San Antone. There's a sweet somebody by the Alamo. Someday she's gonna be my very own. And we'll buy a hot chair in a year or so for our little home in San Antone. Oh, Bob Wills music. Whew, sorta.
Hey, Brett, the folks out on the internet want to know what kind of guitar and what kind of amp you're playing.
What kind of guitar and amp? This guitar is made down the road here in Blacksburg, Virginia. And a fellow named Mike Aronson builds the guitars there. And if you want one, you don't have to go there to get it. You can get it on the internet. I think he's even got a website now and all that. He made so much money fixing guitars and building them that, I think he quit being a doctor. He just made so much money. And anyway, so you can check it out. He's online at Aronson Guitars, I believe it's called, or something like that. And wonderful guitar. And then this old thing here, it's called a Showbud steel guitar amp, made for pedal steel guitars. But it was one of their little baby practice amps that they made, I think, in the late 60s. And it's been all revamped by a fellow named Ray Ewell in Austin, Texas. Makes Ewell amplification. And jacked it all up. It's all spiced up and stuff. Got a JBL in it. And just reverb, nothing else. That's all I need. I got enough trouble without it, with any other stuff in the way. But that's all my big gear stuff for all the gearheads. And I guess we'll move on to another song, I guess, huh? Well, what's on that old list?
Bartender is one we didn't Crazy Arms.
Save that for last.
Yeah, we could do Wine Drinker.
Oh, yeah, Wine Drinker.
Wine Drinker. We could do
I can hear you.
Wine Drinker.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Totally.
And D, was it?
Yeah, is it the one before 151?
That's, Oh, we had a request. I don't know if it was paid for or not, but we had a request for it. Anyway, this song. No, it wasn't to quit. 2, 3. They're praying for rain in California, so the grapes can grow and they can make more wine. I'm sitting in a honky in Chicago with a broken heart and a woman on my mind. I'm asked a man behind the bar for the jukebox. The music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask who's a fool in the corner crying, a little old wine drinker me. I came up here last week from down in Nashville. My baby left for Florida on a train. I got a job to try and forget her, but in Chicago a broken heart is still the same. I met some man behind the bar for the jukebox. The music takes me back to Tennessee. And when they ask who's a fool in the corner crying, a little old wine drinker me. And when they ask who's a fool in the corner crying, a little old wine drinker me. Oh, righty.
Well, we could do crazy.
That's an old, well, it's several people recorded it, but I think Dean Martin's the most famous guy, the guy that had a drink in a hand and a cigarette on TV all the time in the 60s. He had a big hit with that song. It's kind of a fun little ditty to do. And, well, I hope you liked it. So if you do like what we're doing, don't forget you can tip us on the old website that you're watching it on, I believe, and give us some money. Get some lessons. Buy some newer gear instead of all this old stuff we got going on up here. And,
Yeah, Red's, you're teaching lessons online, aren't you?
yeah, I got my own little thing going there. I teach on Skype, it's called. It's new to me. So's the computer, but it's called Skype Lessons. I teach on there, and I got guys from all over the world, from Australia and England and Canada and a bunch in the States here, and teaching them all what not to do on the guitar and a couple of things to get away with when you can and that kind of stuff. And sort of, well, I'm putting together a 12-step program, but I've chipped it down to 3 so the musicians, the guitar players will get it. And just a 3-step program. It's how to get out of the music business in a couple of lessons. I show a bunch of, little sort of kind of chordy things like that you can play while the singer's singing. Usually if you have a singer that pays you, he's got an acoustic guitar and he just, plays like that for 3 or 4 hours. And so things you can do if you're in the band, you don't like the singer, you don't like his singing, and you don't like his songwriting, and he's just kind of an ass or whatever, and but you're too nice of a person to say, I'm done. You just can't do that. You're just too nice.
Red's your man.
Come see me, Skype. Telehog is the name on Skype. You sign up there, look for Telehog. Telehog. Okay, and I'll hip you to a bunch of things you can do, a bunch of cool licks and things, and teach you some stuff to play in C sharp. I got a lick in E flat I've been working on. I'll show you that too. And I guarantee you when you're done with some of those licks, the singer won't have any idea what you've done where to come back in, what the timing is or was, and or what key for that matter. So it's kind of a little bit of a cluster action going there. And like I said, if you would shed on some of this stuff, you'll get it down, and I guarantee you within a couple of weeks you will be out of work. So if your wife has a good job, look me up, Telly Hog on Skype. And that's my lesson pitch here.
I'm glad I asked.
Are you? Have you heard enough?
No, by all means. So we got Bartender, we got Crazy Arms, we got Hang Your Head in Shame, we got Truck Driver.
Let's do Bartender Blues. I got a feeling there's a bunch of old people on the computers or their kids' computers watching this. So let's do I know it as a George Jones song, but this old hippie guy wrote it years ago. James Taylor wrote the song, and I don't know whatever happened to him or any of that. But George Jones cut the song, made a big hit out of it, and had a pretty nice rendition. And I was just kidding about the James Taylor part. I knew him back when he run his hand through a table saw. Yeah, and but he's still picking, doing good. Anyway, here's that song. It's called The Bartender's Blues. 3, 2, 2. Stay on the one. I'm just a bartender, and I don't like my work, but I don't mind the money at all. I see lots of sad faces and lots of bad cases of folks with their backs to the wall. And I need 4 walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray. And a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. I can light up your smokes and laugh at your jokes, and watch you fall down on your knees. I can close down this bar and gas up my car and pack up and mail in my keys. And I need 4 walls around me to hold my wife, to keep me from going astray. And a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. Now the smoke fills the air of this honky-tonk bar. I'm thinking about where I'd rather be, but I've burned all my bridges, I've sank all my ships. Now I'm standing at the edge of the sea, and I need four walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray. And a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. And a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. All right. If you recognize in my solo there, I put a little different edge on there. I think James Taylor wrote that song around Christmas time. I just got a feeling. Just give me the.
Too early.
Well, and it's never too early. That's right. But I think he wrote it around Christmas time because something sounds familiar to me in there. But that's just me. Well, I guess we got time for a couple of more. We've been asked to leave, but we're just not getting off of here. We brought all our stuff and set it up, so I'm going to stick it out for a little bit here. And but we're sure glad if you're still with us. We're glad you are. If you're not, we'll never know. It's all good. So we've sure had some fun here playing, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they got their masks on, so you can't see their frown or how bummed out they are by the whole deal. I could put mine back on. I don't know if anybody that just moved in to the show here. I got a good one here. So I had to take it off because it's pretty thick.
It's hard to sing with those teeth.
It's hard to sing with the teeth in that scar.
Blood gets everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Chucky sort of thing going there.
Scar is kind of rough. Hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scratchy, a bit scratchy. All right. What do we got left?
Crazy arms. Something else you want to throw at us?
Which one?
Hang your head. Crazy
Yeah.
crazy arms.
Now let's do hang your head.
Okay.
Bada booty, booty, bada booty. Do another Bob Wills tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does your conscience ever bother you? Now when somebody calls my name, try and think of all that I've gone through and hang your head in shame. Someone came along and took my place, and you gave me all the blame. You'll be sorry, darling, yes you will, and hang your head in shame. pretty much the only other one. Was it just your little game? Try and think of all the harm you've done and hang your head in shame. I should hate you, but I love you still, and in my heart I take the blame. You'll be sorry, darling, yes you will, and hang your head in shame. On the bass. You'll be sorry, darling, yes you will, and hang your head in shame, and hang your head in shame. Hooey! No, thank you. Well, once again, I'd like to thank everybody that's listening in, and the ones that left early. I'd just like to say, and other than that, thank you for coming to the Floyd store, and at least online. If you can't come see us out here, come on sometime. The store's here all the time. They got all kind of goodies here. Lots of history. I just moved here in December, so I don't know too much about it. I'm learning as I go. But they've got shirts and socks and hats and T-shirts, and they've got a little Canadian corner over there with a bunch of toques over there, and I recognize those from my homeland originally. And they call them a stocking cap here, but in Canada that means robbing a bank, so it's called a toque. Anyway, they got all that kind of stuff. They got music books, history books, coffee cups, all the stinky candles, all that kind of stuff. Buck knives, candy, peanuts, popcorn, jams, jellies, shaving cream, belts, beaded moccasins. He's got everything here. And yeah, you can look around, see what a beautiful store it is. And yeah, all that stuff's for sale. They need to unload it. So swing on by if you get a chance to the Floyd Country Store in Floyd, Virginia, beautiful downtown Floyd, Virginia. And yeah, come on, have lunch. They got a big lunch counter. They got a bunch of gals back there. I think I don't know if they're not really slaves, but they're back there cooking, working hard. And they're nice people, though. So come by and say hi to them and have a little sample and buy a bunch of stuff and stick around. Hang out for a while, enjoy it. So once again, I'd like to thank Dylan and Nick for backing me up here. And my name's Red Volkaert. I got a website with a bunch of stuff for sale on there as well. Speaking of a store, I got a little bit of porn on there. I got some videos and lesson videos that are like what not to do on the guitar. It's guitar porn, they call that. And I've some CDs too. They're kind of an old format. They're not like the little memory stick thing or nothing. But CDs, if you're an older person, you probably got a boombox with a CD player. So come to my website, redvolkaert.com or .net. I'm a mogul now. So come see me. And we hope you had a great time, because we sure did. Thank you very much. And we'll finish up with this little pick and tune here and send it out to all the ladies that drive trucks. Well, I stopped at a roadhouse in Texas at a little place called Hamburger Dance. But I got there, the jukebox was playing this song about a truck driving man. Yeah, pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. Well, the waitress, she brought me some coffee. Well, I thanked her and then I called her back in. She said that song should have suit you. She said, yeah, well, I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. Aboard my old semi, and just like a flash I had gone. Well, I heard them big wheels moaning, and I'm on my way to San Antonio. Yeah, pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. And I'll play that truck driving man. And I play that truck drive man. Thank you, folks. Floyd Country Store. Bye now.